Most professional wrestlers tend to be incredible physical marvels. While lots of wrestlers tend to go off the wagon once they retire, there's some that look even better in the twilight of their careers or in retirement. Here are 10 wrestlers who look better now than at their peak. Triple H. Triple H was never exactly an average-looking wrestler, as he always possessed a very impressive physique. But in his middle age, Triple H has refined and improved his body even further. For a while in the mid and late 2000s, it seemed that the game had put on a few extra pounds in the midsection. Recent pics, though, have shown that Triple H has melted off those extra pounds and is looking more trim than ever. I mean, you gotta keep up with Vince after all. Rey Mysterio. For most people, Rey Mysterio's attire was always more essential to his look than the appearance of his actual physique. While he was never out of shape, his body was never a marvel. But now that he's in Lucha Underground, his body in 2016 looks way more chiseled and defined than it ever did in his WCW or WWE days. Mysterio credits his body transformation due to his dedication to proper dieting and from his friend Chris Cavallini. Kaitlyn. Celeste Bonin, aka Kaitlyn, is by far one of the most underrated women on appearance level that the WWE ever had. Not that she was ugly in her WWE run, but since stepping away from the company, she's undergone a radical transformation. Always a little bulkier than the average female wrestler, Kaitlyn has fully embraced bodybuilding and is now rocking some seriously defined muscles and is looking absolutely breathtaking. Celestial body? Indeed. Hulk Hogan. For all of his bluster about the 24-inch pythons, brother, the rest of Hulk Hogan's physique wasn't exactly chiseled. Through most of his career, he carried around a little bit of a gut, and while his muscles were large, they weren't really defined. The same can't be said for the Hulk Hogan of today, though. Nowadays, Hogan seems to be quite a few pounds lighter than in his wrestling days. And perhaps most impressive of all, Hulkamania is rocking a six-pack. Finally, something impressive to show off when ripping the shirt open. Trish Stratus. There are plenty of wrestlers who had room for improvement in the looks department. Trish Stratus wasn't one of them. Considered to be one of the most gorgeous and, not to mention, talented women in wrestling history, how could Stratus get any hotter? The answer? Yoga. Since opening her yoga studio, Stratosphere, in her hometown of Toronto, Canada, Stratus has pushed back the hands of time and looks even more fit and trim than she did in her wrestling days. Sasha Banks versus Trish Stratus, anyone? Al Snow. Known to most wrestling fans for being a little too comfortable walking around with a mannequin head, Al Snow always looked to be in okay shape, but not a physical marvel by any stretch. In retirement though, Al Snow has gone from a pale-skinned mid-carder to a tanned, beastly grandfather-looking dude. Insane muscles have seemingly come out of nowhere, and if Vince McMahon were to see him now, maybe he would give him a main event push. Bruno Sammartino. Alright, so it may be debatable if Sammartino looks better now than he did in his prime, but considering the Italian strongman's age, we'd say he qualifies. While Vince McMahon may be praised for plenty on his muscular physique, we'd say the chairman has nothing on Sammartino. At 80 years old, Sammartino looks like he could walk into any gym and demolish any young buck at the bench press. The former WWE champion power walks 4 to 5 miles 3 days a week and does weights in between those days. Your move, Vinnie Mac. Vladimir Kozlov. Known to most WWE fans as Santino's comedy partner, Vladimir Kozlov peaked extremely early in his wrestling career and then trailed off until he transitioned into a film career. To prepare for his new career in Hollywood, Kozlov underwent a radical body transformation. While he was pudgy and soft-looking in WWE, he's now a shredded stud who looks like he can rip your limbs off without a second thought. Look at those veins! Look at them! The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been an athlete for all of his life, but in the past decade, he shifted his focus from athletics to Hollywood. The result? A massive physical transformation, and yeah, well, a few $1 million too. Effectively going Super Saiyan, Rock's entire body looks as chiseled and defined as his namesake. This comes from his daily 1-hour cardio routine and his 1.5 hours of weight training. It may not matter what we think, but we give The Rock our seal of approval. Mick Foley. Throughout Mick Foley's entire wrestling career, the hardcore legend was never known for physical conditioning or appearance. He was never the strongest, the fastest, or had the most endurance, but in retirement, Foley has changed his physical being around. With the help of his friend Diamond Dallas Page's DDP yoga program, Foley has gone from tipping the scales at 338 pounds to a trim 270 pounds. Fans can tell by his movement Monday nights on Raw that Foley looks better than ever. Bang bang! And that's it for our list. Do we leave out any drastic body transformations? Let us know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to The Sportster for more awesome videos. See you next time!